Hello all, good morning. Today we'll see the third P of retailing mix, which is place. As you all know that place in retailing mix is a place of a retail location, that is the place where you carry on your business. Place is considered as one of the most important elements in the retail decisions. Why? Because the right location is very critical for the success of a business. At the same time, poor location decisions are again very much difficult and expensive to overcome the failures. So it is always important, or it is always need to be very much careful while you are deciding your retail location, that is the place where you are carrying on your business. So hence the factors are as follows, which has to be considered while selecting your retail location. The first factors goes like this. First one is density of target market. See, you will have to keep alternatives of 4-5 places. In all the 4-5 places, you will have to check the density of the target market, that is the population of your target market, on which target you are concentrating for, and what is the overall population in all the 5 alternatives you have chosen. Among that, you will have to select a place which has a more number of population. So you'll always have to check the density of the target market and only then finalize the place. And next is uniqueness of retail offering. Uniqueness of retail offering is the speciality of your retail offering. You being a retailer, you will have to plan some strategies, say for example like discounts, offers, or any other various strategies to improvise your business. You will have to check whether your specialty offering will suit for the population where you have chosen for your retail operation. Your specialty, your uniqueness should always be in such a way that it should be suited, or it will suit to the area population you have selected for. And next is environmental issues. You being a retailer, you will have to always check on the environmental issues, say for example like natural calamities, floods, earthquakes, heavy rainfall, heavy sunlight. All these environmental issues should not damage your business operations. So you'll have to check all these things while finalizing your retail operations location. And next is license requirement. License requirements for a retail operation varies from place to place, as we all know. See, we have a 3 places where we can operate business. One is urban area, one is semi-urban, and one is rural. If you will have to operate a business in a rural area, there is no much requirements called license. A basic requirements or a registration is more than enough. And again, when it comes to semi-urban area, the license is quite more when compared to rural area. And when it comes to urban, you will have to fetch more number of license. So the license requirements varies from place to place, that is from zone to zone. You will have to check on this. Why? Because to fetch all such licenses, you will have to bear some expenses, and you will have to check on your capability of investing on these licenses also. And next is global competition. As we all know that the place where we have a very much tough global competition, there our retailers could not survive, and hence you will have to check whether the place where you have opted for does it has a tough global competition. If you start your business, whether you could survive in the market or not, you will have to check on this and only then finalize the place of operation. Next is cost of location. As I said, you have a various zones, that is urban area, semi-urban, and rural. When it comes to rural area, the cost of location is very much less. When it comes to semi-urban, it is reasonable. When it is urban, you will have to spend more on location. So you'll have to check on caliber whether you are capable of paying rent or taking a lease as the owner demands, and you will have to finalize. These are the factors you will have to consider while selecting a place. And next factors goes like this while selecting a place. the place where you have opted for should be adequately planned so that it suits your retail shop interior designing. Say for example, you should have an adequate place for planning. Each merchandise arrangement or assortment requires a different planning. Say if it is a tire shop, it requires a different assortment. If you're a specialty store and dealing with ice cream, it requires a different arrangement. If you're a rice traders, it requires again a different arrangement. If you are operating a pizza outlets, again the assortment is altogether different. So you'll always have to check whether you have adequate space for planning depending upon the merchandise you are dealing in the market. And together with this, you should also check that whether you have a proper space for a future expansion. It is not that if you have taken a rent of a shop which is 40 by 40, and it doesn't mean that for the entire lifetime you will have to operate your business in the 40 feet. You should expand. You should have a thought. Being a businessman, you should always have a thought of expanding your business. So checking together with checking adequate space for planning, you will also have to check whether you have a space for your future expansion of business. Together with that, the very important thing is you will have to check the infrastructure available in the area where you have opted for. Infrastructure might be a parking facilities for the customers who come visit your shop, and good roads, whether you have a proper roads to transport your goods when the customer demands it, whether you have a proper security facilities, whether you have a proper building designs in the block you have opted for, that is lift facilities or a firefighting arrangements. All these are the infrastructure where you will have to check, and this is to keep your business in a smoother flow and also to keep yourself and your consumers at a ease, that is at a comfort zone. So these are the very much important factors where you will have to check on before finalizing the place of your retail operations. These are the factors, hope you have understood. And followed to the place, you have a very much important concept which is of a 6 marks question, that is supply chain management. Supply chain management in short form is known as SCM. See, as you all know, you just take a view on this image and you'll get to know. SCM is all about managing the flow of goods, managing the flow of cash, flow of information both internally and externally of a company. So supply chain management is all about fetching raw materials, storing raw materials, keep a track of work in process, inventory and supplying, and supplying of finished good from the point of origin to the point of consumption when demanded. Now supply chain management is all about its well designing, well planning, well executing, controlling the activities and monitoring the supply chain management activities. Supply chain management always has the objective of creating value to customers and follow to this building a strong competitive advantage in the market. If you take a look at a diagram, you will get to know what exactly the supply chain management is. Supply chain management flows both the ways. First, a retailer or a manufacturer fetch the raw materials from a source, right source. He will fetch a raw materials, you take a view from right side. He will have to fetch a raw materials from the right source. After fetching it, he converts a raw material into a finished goods. From the unit of manufacturing, the finished goods are transported to warehouse. From warehouse, it is distributed to retailers, wholesalers or retailers, and retailer will do a job of supplying it to the final customer or consumer. Again, in return, the producer cannot produce the product whenever he needs. The supply chain always has to go in both the way. That is, the producer has to produce the product only when the customer demands. Say for example, this is a summer season, there is a more demand for ice cream and cool drinks. We customers are demanding for ice cream and cool drinks, and it is the duty of producer to produce the same. He cannot produce the sweaters in a summer season. So supply chain management is all about making the goods or a proper merchandise available to customers at the right time in the right place and meeting the demand. And this is all about supply chain management. Hope you have understood. Supply chain management should always go in two ways. That is, the customer will demand the product. As per the demand of the customer, the producer will produce the product and ensures that the products are supplied to customers at the right time. And this is called supply chain management. Supply chain management has three objectives, that is segment customer based service. Segment customer based service is, it always focuses on the segmented customers, that is targeted customers. Say for example, if you're dealing with the chocolates, you will have to always target on kids. If you are dealing with the diabetic medicines, you will have to always concentrate on a 40 plus people who are suffering from a diabetes. And if you are coming up with the trendy jeans, your target customer is a youth or a college going people. This is how supply chain management segments the customer and concentrates and provide the service demanded from them. And next is customize the logistic network. Logistic network is exactly the image what I have displayed here. This is a logistic network. Network is, you being a supply chain manager, you will have to check whether it is flowing in a proper direction in a proper time. This is a customizing a logistic network. Logistic is nothing but a transportation of raw materials from source to the place of producing, transportation of finished product from the place of producing to the warehouse. From warehouse it has to be distributed to the retailers, and retailer has to supply it to the customer. This is known as logistic network. Logistic is transportation. And next is, it is supply chain management is always based on listening to the market signals. As I said you, market signals here is the demand from the customers. As I said you, supply management should go in both the way, that is vice versa. The customer should demand for the product. Based on the demand for the product, or after listening to the customer demand, or after listening to the market signal here is demand from the customer. After listening to the customer, a producer has to produce the products accordingly to the taste and preferences of customers, and this is called listening to the market signals. And this is all about a place, and place is followed about with the supply chain management. The third P of a retailing mix. This is all about place, and in next class we'll see on promotion. What promotion? That is fourth P of a retailing mix or a marketing mix, which is promotion. We'll have a look at the promotion in next class. Go through this. If you have any doubts, let me know. Thank you.